Good morning, beautiful, sacred family of the light, from the light, and return to the light. Happy Resurrection, True Ascension weekend. So much love. Ascension is every day, resurrection is every day. And when we have weekends like this, it's even more incredible. And today is even a greater celebration for me personally, as today marks day 444, day of sitting in the space with the presence meditation. Day 444. I remember back in, not this January, last January even, on that January 27th, for those of you that may not know, I had a full nervous breakdown with panic attack and everything. And I was really forced to just sit and face this deep, deep pain in me that I had avoided as much as possible. I had done a lot of healing work over the last 20 years. But this one area, which was a very big area, and embedded deep into the mitochondria inside of me, I just had dabbled on it and faced as much of it, but the core of it was just too painful. So my higher self had me crack wide open and sit with this deep, 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 deep pain. And the whole reason was I just didn't want to face the pain. So, and the outer reality kept creating situations for me to face it, and I would avoid it, and it kept getting louder and louder, especially my relationship with Michael got louder and louder until I cracked. He cracked, I cracked, we both cracked wide open. And then I remember my son, my youngest son, that was holding me while I was having a panic attack. He said, "Mom, this is not you. Go sit in your room, do what you gotta do. You're one of the strongest people I know." I just couldn't find my strength in that moment. So I went and sat in silence for 3 hours. And there was nowhere to go but to meet this one area that had to do with being molested by a family member. So who's in spirit side now, who has been for a long time, and I have a very good relationship with this individual, very, very good on spirit side, but the pain of it I never met, the depth of the pain in my bodies. So having said all of that, what transpired on January 27th in 21 was my higher self came in and showed me this specific presence meditation, how to be present, and from the state of present, being in this now, how to allow the presence, the mighty I am presence, to be the beholder for me, and for me to face what needed to face, not to go into the emotion, but face the energy emotion, but really face it, be with it, and fully love it. And from that day, every single day, I have come in this space. It's an hour, and it's been liberation and liberation and liberation and liberation, and then more streaming, more energies and motion showing up, more transformation, more resurrection, more ascension, more clearing, more letting go, more expanding, more levitating, just, and it keeps getting better and better. And I remember the month of that February, I took off from all social media so I could be so deep in it, 3-4 hours a day. Then after a few months, I was guided to lead a group for 30 days so for them to experience what does true transformation mean. And then I led them into 60 days and 90 days. Then we regrouped back in December for 1 month. And this and being a witness to others go through the transformation. But what was shown to me and the direct experience I went through, and I put everything else aside. And from there, it was this magnifying crystalline diamond bodies and the diamond consciousness. And so most of you know this has been a 10-year journey of this, the integration of the diamond crystalline like body and the bodies to become a living Christ-like, crystalline, becoming crystalline with the connection, the crystalline goods of earth. So it's been like a beautiful journey. So today is day 444 for me that I've been sitting in this fantastic space. Whether I was in Maryland, whether we've been here, doesn't matter, whether we've been on travel, every day sitting in this space, coming to the inner being, meeting the energies in motion, meeting, being present with it, allowing my presence to step forward. And my presence only loves unconditionally. My presence does not meet the limitation of my human consciousness. So the energies in motion come up, my presence is able to completely love it. And then it's showing my human consciousness how to raise to that presence, to that gift. Because it's from this, it's very easy to judge. And from there is no judgment. So it's like the merging of the bodies to the higher non-physical bodies. So I've been also very blessed to then many individuals reaching out how to do this. And it's good 2 hours. I'll show them how to walk through it in a private session. And from there then leading them into sending them on their own journey. Let's see this beautiful family going. Sending them on their own journey so they get to experience and have them go. So cute. So from them, they can go on their own journey of discovery. There's no greater liberation when you can transform the energies of motions that have been of, let's say, denser vibration. So that's why I say you are your own resurrection, your own light. Every single day is giving you an opportunity to resurrect to your light, resurrect to the fullness of what you are, which is pure light. It's not pure dark. Darkness is part of it, but it's pure light that is truly unconditional. Unconditional is in that state. Here is more conditional, but when the consciousness merges with it, we get to experience the non-physical awareness and the frequency of it, and we begin raising more and more into that. So day 444, I feel so blessed for this day 144. I wondered where would I be when it's day 144. It feels so fantastic. And here I am in Siesta Key Beach in this vortex that's both horizontal in the diamond plane and vertical. In the vertical, since we came here, I've been asked to connect with the Sophia Christ and bring it into the Sophianic template of the crystalline diamond frequency. So it's been very, very interesting experiencing the vertical and horizontal axis and the work in here in connection to all the other grids around Earth that I have done my work in the planetary activation in these last 10 years. So, and then feeding it through the streaming, and now it's been with this presence. So very liberating. Today I have a magnificent transformational day of healing. It's the Galactic Angelic Shamanic Sound Medicine private sessions. I'm so glad for those who are coming. I won't be doing another one until July, and it's amazing to have individuals be patient and want to wait and just celebrate this wonderful life. I'm squinting as the sun is so strong. My goodness, the solar, it's been incredible. And another thing that's been happening here, I remember 10 years ago when I was asked by Mother Mary, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene to, I remember one morning I was in Los Angeles and I was asked, you have to become the diamond body. I had no clue what that was. That was 10 years ago. And they said, we'll show you. And you got to get silent first. So for 30 days, actually 21 days, I had to, it was this past December 10 years ago. For 21 days, I had to get silent and still, completely cut off from social media, lay down, not talk to anybody, and sleep about something between 12 to 15 hours a day. And they were working with my diamond structure, and they were activating this diamond template with my allowing. It really it was quite the experience. And then they wanted me walk the walk of diamond and to start showing me things, what will happen in the outer reality. So I was having some phenomenal, intense, insane experience when I was walking by people, and I was seeing things happening before me. They were saying, watch what will happen, watch what happens. I had a lot of those experiences, and some of you that have been following my path, you've heard those stories, just some crazy miracle stories. And then it was 5 years. It was a good 5 years that I had to study this diamond template and how to bring it and how to hone it, and what the sound was, what the resonance was, how to fully bring it. And on that intense travel schedule with the planetary activation with the Arcturians and this 40 places, 40 sites and activating. And there was a lot of this release of the sound through the Magdalene codes and Yeshua codes, bringing it through and connecting these grid lines all over, from one airplane jumping to another plane, going there, showing me, okay, you gotta be here, you gotta be here. I mean, it's just so intense, those 5 years. And I love it. But it required the diamond. So that was a good 5 years plus 6 years, until then I was asked, now we want you to assist with the activation of the individual's diamond template and their bodies, their physical, emotional, mental, etheric, spiritual body becoming diamond, and connecting it to the diamond of Gaia, and connecting to the diamond of the universal consciousness. So then they showed me exactly how to do that, and that was a period of almost 2 years. So many of you had that activation done, so you can be the living template of the diamond for the crystalline consciousness on the planet, which is the living Sophia Christ frequency, and that rise, the resurrection of the new humanity. And then I had to stop that, and this came in, and this is at a whole different level. And what's been happening during this time, they said after the diamond template is the solar body. So since we came to Florida, Sarasota, end of January, I've been dabbing the early stages of the solar body. It's quite wild. It's really actually wild. I'm starting to just study it. So this, I don't know how long the study for this would be, and what I'm asked to do with the solar body before I can bring it out to public. So I'm more of a disciplined person. I really take time and I take off to be very inward, to study, to learn when I go into these higher dimensional temples, how it is being shown. My studies are there. They're very specific instructions, and then I'm asked to bring it into this template. So there are blocks of thoughts within my template that come in, and then I have to learn how to integrate it into here, and then for it to be a living embodiment, and then it is to ask to be brought into my action and choices. And so I can always then tell if it's coming from that place, and it's not, then I'm sort of like sent to the drawing board. Okay, you got to do it again. You got to do it till you can get it right. And I struggled with this before, as it was tough. I had so much debris inside of me, until I was able to meet it, then it became lighter and lighter, so I can be in the frequency greater. And that's why the light language was amazing. The light codes were amazing. I still speak so many different languages of light, and more coming, but it's become so much more in this present and really loving the human experience. That's been the biggest journey, where I struggled for most of my life enjoying the human experience. I mean, the human experience is beautiful, but the traumas and the pain were too tumultuous to experience, and covered by a lot of pain. So I've been really enjoying it, and now I can experience the enjoyment more and more since this presence meditation this year and a half, because I can be really a lot more present, and I can feel the vibration within myself so much more, because it's so much lighter now. And thanks to this everyday sitting with these energies in motion, and I'm able to also see on the outside how it is received by the ones who are really ready. They like right away drawn to it. They expand. They go about their way, and also the ones that they still have so much debris. It really affects them differently, and I've also witnessed that, where it doesn't really affect me, or I'm just not in a personalized space anymore to personalize it, because now I can really see what's happening. That was my own journey. So it's so beautiful. So happy 44th day of presence meditation celebration with all of you. My own resurrection, the weekend, and it is a resurrection for all of us. I feel like anytime any of us are disciplined, devoted, determined, we go through these, when we do it, we are also able to lead the way as way showers for others, that they too can remember they have that power within themselves. They don't need anything ever on the outside. I need nothing. Before I would have so many things, and there's nothing I use. It's just me. I don't even call in the guides. It's just me in that presence. At the very end, then I meet all the angels and guardians and ascended masters and my galactic family. But in the beginning, nothing. It's just me, myself, and I, and the great presence. And I've gotten a witness to see what it's like to move into this Christ-like body, the Christ body, which is way above. Wow. And that's that early stages of the solar body. Wow. So good stuff, great stuff. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for being in this crystalline sand, 99.9% quartz crystal. I can't express what it's like to be in front of grandfather, sun, Mama Ocean, crystalline energy, and the meeting also some of the ancestors of this land and what they're showing us. Every morning Michael and I are here, and then from our individual we get to also sit with each other, nourish our own union. Today he has a session in the morning, I have a session, so we came separately. And beautiful celebration. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for allowing you to be you. And if I can be of support, in assistance, in 2 hours private session, showing you how to do this meditation, and then go 30 days, experience it yourself. I just hand over to you what I experienced. I would love to do that, because it is your own liberation, and it does ask for your own discipline to step forward. Let me know. Email me honeybee, HONIB1111 @gmail.com. So, Reverend Honeybee here. As you know, I'm consecrated by that first ray of light, the blue flame For the divine will to be instead of the human will. That's where my ministry comes from, to support humanity into its divinity. So much love, beautiful, blessed day to all of you. And I love you with all my love and all my heart. And through the mighty presence that is also present in you, present in me, present in all.